live in the live stream. Doing the stuffs and the things in the live stream, talking about the gods and the not gods, and the theisms and the atheisms, and is there a God? Is there not a God? How do we know? What good evidence is there for a God? Why should we believe in a God? Is there any reason to believe in a God? I don't think so. I would like there to be. I would like there to be, good reason to believe it, and reason, I want to believe. Most importantly, I want there to, actually be something there to, believe in, and, the beliefs therefore be accurate. But so far, I haven't seen any. That doesn't mean that they're not out there, that there's no evidence or anything. I'm just curious. Are you curious, Snickers? Are you curious? Come on. You wanna get up here? You wanna get up here? You wanna get up here? Kitten. Kitten. Man. I don't know if you can hear her purring. I'm a very happy kid. I'm a big happy kid. This will help me get viewers. Snickers, you want to help me get viewers? I can't scoot up in my chair. Big sweet girl. Big sweet girl. Is there a God? What evidence do we have for a God? Snickers, do you think there's a God? What do you think? Thoughts and opinions. What's your best evidence for a God, Snickers? As I travel ex-Christian, I always find it easier to talk about Christianity and why I left it and why I don't trust it. I can assure you if I was raised with any other religion in a different country, they would receive more backlash from me. See more backlash from you? Or you would receive more backlash for going against whatever that religion is. So there were times where Christianity was a little bit more violent about, people speaking ill of it. Some people are still a little violent about it, but it's not as common these days. What is happening to my account? It's not as common. You don't see it as much these days, which is good. I love when you click a comment because you want to open it up and then it opens the post without opening the comment. Literally came here for that specific comment and you just put me at the top of the thing. It's amazing. It's pretty great. Yes, we'll never know what they said. I've learned to accept that I don't want to live forever. It's so beautiful knowing that this is my one shot at life, and I assume that dying is nothing, which I have ... because I can't open it back up. Hello to my Hoopy Fruits. How late am I? Under 5 minutes. I've been live for less than 5 minutes. I was a little late tonight. I was still within my, my updated window of, between 9 and 10 Central Time. But I was 9:55. So literally, you're the first person to comment. So like nobody chatted before you. You didn't miss any chat or anything. So you can brag about that. Well, since being gay is no more a sin than being straight, nothing wrong with it. Wish everyone thought like that. I'll make a badge. There you go. Get the first commenter or whatever. I should have something like that. I know some platforms have like first commenter things. I should have something like that. I love your openness. I'll be praying for you. I appreciate it. I'm a Christian, and honestly, I feel better at one point. I feel better. And at one point, my faith was low. I felt done, sad, and didn't understand until today. I saw a video, and he answered my prayers, and I feel better again. Right now, it may seem overwhelming, but don't give up. Jesus loves you, and he finds one lost sheep. Jesus loves you. Sure. I'm glad. Hello. It's sad. I live for pats on the head. You live for head pats. Open your eyes and look at creation. It's that simple. It's not. The Bible says in the last days many Christians will walk away. Christians have kind of always walked away. Pats, yes, pats. I knew what you were saying. I've done this long enough to sometimes be able to spell check people. I try really hard to like spell check people on the fly just to make sure like I don't know, help them. Hello. You're the best. I don't think I am. I'm just kind of a dude who sits here and rambles about Christianity for like an hour, 3 days a week, if that. Just kind of here. I love you guys too. I don't see creation as it's a great big ball of wibbly wobbly, timely wimey stuff. It's fair. Yeah, I love you too, Matthew. Love you guys too. You're great. I haven't been making as many posts lately. Does anyone have evidence for the existence of a God? Any reason to believe? I've been reading this lately. I want to finish it, and then I have a couple other books I want to read before I read the Bible again. This book is kind of trash. Not even gonna lie. It's very much one-sided and biased, and it's like it's got a lot of the arguments for like Christianity and for like the Christian God and whatnot, including all of the terrible ones. It doesn't have all of them, but including a lot of the terrible ones. And it's just really hard to read through because the confidence with which the authors write is... It's very arrogantly put. It's backwards. Well, I can't help with that. Yeah, I want to read that. I was going to finish reading that and then read this because I haven't read the NRSV version of the Bible, the New Revised Standard Version. I've listened to an audiobook of it a couple of times, but I haven't actually read it, so I want to read it. But then I got a couple other books that they got in front of it in the queue that I need to get through. I actually have thought of reading through some of this and just like putting commentary on it. It's just a lot. I mean, it's not a big book. It would just be like, I don't know. It's a lot. Plus, reading's still really hard for me, so to read any significant chunk of it and then go over it through live, it'd be a little bit more strain on my brain than I would like it to be. Yeah, I haven't read the Bible in a hot minute. I mean, it's been months since I even listened through the audiobook of it. So, I really want to read it again. But like I said, there's other books in the queue. Hi. What? She just started, my cat is on my lap. And she just started repositioning and chirping at me. Oh, babies. I know you guys love it when I read out loud for some strange reason. I think it would be kind of sweet to do like a Bible read series of just like me reading through the Bible and giving my commentary on it. But would that be an ordeal? That would be an undertaking that I don't think I'm quite prepared for. It would be a commitment to the bit. So I don't know. What can you do? There's just cat hair all over me now. Snake cars. There's a cat hair floating all around me. What can you do? I did fix some of my bookshelf. I put some rocks as bookends to where like they're not all completely falling apart and falling on top of each other. You're welcome, everyone who's been complaining about it for the past like couple weeks. Jesus came back AD 70. See Jovius Flavius and General Tacitus. I don't feel like that's accurate. If you know anything about codes, you know that they are not the product of blind, unguided chance. Okay. When people compare things like codes or AI or things that we've been able to do, complex things that we've been able to do, and compare those with natural processes that occur over the course of, like 14 billion years, however old the universe is, and say, look at these codes, they're so complex. That's how you know that, they're real, and how they're not just, blind, unguided chance or natural processes or whatever. We're comparing something that we've been able to replicate or do in a lab in like a 20-year period to something that's been able to occur naturally for billions of years. So if you have non-intelligent design running for like 14 billion years, billions of years, it could maybe start to compare to intelligent guided design over the course of 20, 50, 100 years. It's like it's not on the same playing field. Is there any need of God? There's pros and cons. There's good things that you can get out of a belief in a God and out of religion, but I'm not sure there's really anything that you can get. I don't think that's true. There's probably not much that you can get with a God that you can't get without a God, and without all of the cons and the negativity that comes with beliefs in a God and beliefs in religions and stuff. What? Sorry, just meowing at my cat like a weirdo. Don't mind me. The conclusion we don't have souls is already a huge claim that requires extraordinary evidence. I didn't conclude that. We don't know what a soul is. You'd have to define what soul, spirit, and energy are first. Sure, I agree. Or what they are, not with a substantiary definitive argument. Sure. I need no God. I don't even need a hypothesis of a God. Hey, not everybody does. Not going either way. Yes, we have souls, or no, we don't have souls. We don't know what a soul is or could be, so we are basing an argument on things we already don't know what or could be. Therefore, a definite conclusion hasn't been reached. I'd agree. That's why I'm typically, the similar reason why I'm agnostic atheist. It's like I don't have any reason to believe in a God, or really anything supernatural for that matter, but that's not necessarily atheism. I just don't have any. I don't have any reason to believe in them, but I also don't claim to know that there isn't anything there. I don't claim to know that there isn't a God. I don't know if there isn't. But if I have no reason to believe that there is, the only logical default, I think, is disbelief until you have. Why would you? How are you supposed to believe something that you have no reason to believe in to begin with? That's where that default of non-belief comes from. You'll see, I pray God opens your eyes. Me too, if he's around. I mean, damn, pray harder. Hello. And if God exists and he wants my attention, I'll pray with you. Dear God, show the fuck up. Dear God, are you there? Neil deGrasse Tyson looks through his telescope and says, there is no God. Don't think Tyson really has said that definitively. Einstein looks through the same telescope and says, God doesn't play dice with the universe. One of them is wrong. Sure. And it also demonstrates that intelligence doesn't really have anything to do with whether or not there is a God. If someone smart believes in a God, there's also people who are smart who don't believe in a God. So when people use some of the best scientists were theists. Sure, cool. Doesn't get us anywhere. Also, I don't think that's a good representation of Tyson. It's probably not the best representation of Einstein either. Though I do believe he was a theist of sorts. That one. What one? Today you enjoy, tomorrow you suffer. Yes, it's all great and fun until you get thrown in the burning inferno for all of eternity, because why not? That's always a weird thing. It's great now, but just wait. Prove to me that there's gonna be something. I'm not gonna swerve off the road to avoid a deer that is not in the road. I'm just gonna keep driving. I'm not going to alter my life to follow your religion that I think is harmful, because you say that there's going to be something bad at the end. I have no reason to believe in any of it. Give me a reason to swerve. Captain Cranky Pants just can't forget. Yeah. You need revelation in his word, and not religion, but intimacy with God. There's churches who are real remnant soldiers of God. You need his word, not religion. So go to a church. You don't need a religion. I'll meet you at this religious institution Sunday. Be there. Or be square. Ooh, a ludicrous bunch of nasty nonsense. I get some fun comments. They're pretty good. This is going back to the are we in the middle of the universe thing that we talked about. If there are 6 ahead of you and 6 behind you, you are in the middle. If there's infinity ahead of you, infinity behind you, you're also in the middle. Then any point in this infinite universe would be the middle. By that logic. Abrahamic faiths, their God is dissimilar to love, fostering a trapped emotion that causes their will to escape turmoil, using worship as to alleviate their sins, which isn't finding the divine in life, perhaps. Where's my life? No, not anymore. God talked to his people in the past. Then they failed him, so he stopped. He gave up on all of us because the other ones weren't doing well enough. He had angels talk for him. He had prophets that had dreams or were compelled to do something. But how do we know they were actually being compelled? They didn't really have any good credibility. And angels, did he? I haven't seen an angel. They could do miracles and heal, proving themselves. Could they? I don't really see them around today. Just all this was to point to the Messiah. Then Jesus, the Messiah, did miracles and healed too. Did he? Then he was resurrected. Was he? So it was done. So no more miracles, healings, or talking. The message delivered, and now Jesus is the mediator, Savior. I wonder if God just kind of gave up. Maybe that's his plan. Maybe it's hey, I did this whole thing with the Jesus guy, and now you have this book that a bunch of men put together, picking and choosing which different scriptures and stuff to put into this great book that I divinely inspired them to put together or whatever. But now you got it. So whoever has blind faith and is going to believe in this book no matter what, you guys are going to get to that fun after party. But those who don't have blind faith and blindly believe stories in a book, as opposed to the stories in any other old book, they'll burn in hell for all of eternity. And I'm just gonna sit back and let it cook for a minute, and just let more and more people fall away, so I can really narrow in on my chosen few to take up to the happy place for me, and then everyone else will suffer. Is that God's plan? Because when I hear arguments like that, it's God did all this stuff in the Bible and the scriptures and stuff but did he? Did he? Can you prove that? Do we have reason to believe that? I don't know. Hello. I'm getting more chats on the computer than I am elsewhere. It's great. Christian God is a terrible gardener. Christian God is a terrible gardener. You pull the weeds, you nurture the rest. God waters us and gives us sun. But sometimes he dumps gasoline on us, then blames us for not thriving. Yeah. I don't know, man. You did a lot of crazy stuff in the Bible and whatnot. Look at this cat hair. I don't even know if you can see it. I just have a big clump of cat hair. Snickers. This is why I have this in my office. probably need to be brushed. What? She's just silent. What? She's just silently chirping at me. What? It's like one of my favorite noises that my cats make when they just like look at me and just go. Hi. Hi, baby. Abrahamic faiths thrive on constant social engagement, public displays of their faith. Abrahamic faiths thrive on constant social engagement, public displays of their faith. In a regimented lifestyle, Abrahamic faiths are a stifling spirituality. That's a highly formulaic, rigid, and dogmatic. I would agree. Abrahamic religions kind of suck. Like, as religions go, like, religions aren't great, like, period. Like, as religions go, like, Abrahamic faiths are kind of lower on the roster. Snickers. Hey. Hey. Yeah, they could have done better. And it really doesn't help that, like, it's just copying. Just copying. Yeah, you have the Jewish religion, the Jewish faith, texts and whatnot that, you know, copied and took from previous religions, and then Christianity just kind of like built, copied, twisted, and added to that, and then Islam did the same thing, and then Mormonism did the same thing. It's just like, I don't know. I mean, I guess, you know, some of the Eastern religions have, like, similarities, too, I guess. But, like, I don't know. Abrahamic religions are literally just, like, the same God. The same being. We're just, like, adding to it and subtracting him and changing him. And just going different directions with him. Like, that's all it is. It's like you're literally going with this. You're retconning the exact same story over and over and over and over. Like, come up with something better, you know? I don't know. Could have done better. Just kind of didn't. About the clan page? What about the clan page? She just keeps, like, chirping at me.
She just looks so content.
Yeah, could have done better. Because all the Abrahamic religions do follow the same God. They just go different directions with it. And I know a lot of Abrahamic religious people don't like hearing that. But it's true. Judaism, Islam, and Christianity follow the same God. They just go different directions with it. And my favorite part about saying stuff like that is then I'll get people saying that I'm wrong by saying the things that are different about the religions, even though I just fucking said they worship the same God. They just went different directions with it. Yes, I understand they came up with completely different stories, but that's what I just said. They went different directions with it. I still get one of my more popular videos recently is my video I made a while back saying that Islam, Christianity, and Judaism all worship the same God. They just go different directions with it. And like 90% of the comments are just explaining why they're different. You clearly don't know anything about these religions. They're different in this way. I understand. I just said, you know, I literally said, say it again a little bit more slower. They just go different directions with it. No, they're not the same because they're different. You know, if you're not even going to try to listen to what I say, don't respond. Which book has a good cover story? What do you mean? I think even if one views consciousness as a result of the soul, that doesn't give room for any sort of free will. Consciousness is just the underlying awareness, memory, decision making, personality, etc., etc. Is still all governed by the physical facet, which is the brain. So even in the case of a soul, by all logic, we have no free will. Perhaps. Correct. We don't have free will because we don't have control over every subconscious desire that we feel we must act upon. However, knowing this as a non-religious person, it's better than being religious and believing your free will comes from something who actively restricts and punishes you for it. True. Abrahamic are spiritually blind, lost, trapped in their ego, driven dogmatic rules. Is God manipulation is invoked to serve self-interest? Think they alone have correct faith. Only their faith is favored. Yeah, I agree. Especially you get all those different denominations of Christianity that say that all of the different other denominations are wrong. The amount of Christians that I've seen be like, no, I have the right form of Christianity and everybody else who disagrees with me is wrong is baffling. Like, the confidence that you have to have is admirable. The blindness, maybe perhaps not. The arrogance and ignorance, perhaps not. But the confidence is admirable. I sometimes see some commenters in my comment section who say something just completely dumb, but say it like with the utmost confidence. It's like, where do I get that confidence from? How do I get that? I could use some of that. Probably put it to better use than you as well. I'm going to be completely honest. I'm going to be brutally honest. I like the Eastern religions better myself. Personally. Just me personally. Especially Buddhism. Say something about what? What do I need to say something about? Hey babe, can you let the cat in?
No. Because she won't try to do a puzzle. Oh my god.
That poor puzzle. I noticed you had a bunch of wolf pieces up in the corner there. Bring those down.
What?
You have all those up in the corner. You have all those wolf pieces. No, up in the corner of
up
the...
there?
Yeah. You bring those down. Say something about game you are playing? What game am I playing? I don't know what you mean.
Oh, I like it.
I would love to answer your question, but I'm not sure what you mean.
Please don't attack my head. I've made a choice over here. Please don't attack my head. Hey! Stop it. Hungry kitty.
Have you ever played Halo? Hi, RM. At a friend's house, here and there. At friends' houses, here and there. Never really on my own, or like through a whole campaign or anything, but I've played with friends here and there. Never really got into Halo.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. This movie's full on attacking Taylor. I mean, not really. Kind of like in a cute way, but...
Kitty.
Smokey. Smokey.
I don't want you attacking my head.
Smokey. No, it's a little budget.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I don't know what you're saying.
Well, you gotta be a little brat. It's my head, and I said you cannot bite it.
that.
No. I'm trying to put a puzzle together.
Yeah.
Trying to put
Are you really asking for existence of God?
Hey.
Yeah, if you have any reason to believe in a God, I'd be down to hear it.
My dearest kitten, please.
Smokey.
Don't need to be talking my head.
Smokey. Get her, Smokey. Get her.
No, no. Kitty cat. I'm trying to do a puzzle.
Why do you think God is there? I don't. I don't know. Is it bad to question the existence of a God? Is it dumb to question the existence of a God? How do we feel about that?
No.
Halo is about a religiously fanatic coalition of aliens seeking to wipe out humanity to hide the fact that their religion is founded on a lie about them being the chosen people. They call the main character a demon. Solid.
Is my head, please. Attack it.
Spooky.
Kitty cat, I'm gonna need you to leave my head alone. Stop.
Spooky.
Stop.
Spooky. What are you doing?
Go get it.
What are you doing?
You are laying right on the wolf, and I'm trying to do this.
Demo crazy C. I don't know what that is.
Oh.
Well, you got her in a playful mood. Smokey's just rolling all over Taylor's puzzle.
Show them. Turn the camera and show them.
No.
On top of my puzzle.
Smokey's being a menace over there while Taylor's trying to do a puzzle. She just wants to do a puzzle.
I just want to do a puzzle.
She just wants to do a puzzle.
That's all I want to do. It's my puzzle. But will this cat let me? No.
Yeah.
No, she won't.
We don't follow any particular religion because of religion's a totally blind faith.
This is a part.
Solid. I would agree, you know.
I don't want to do my puzzle, so I'm
Do you think modern Christianity would have survived without Paul, or do you think it would have fizzled out? Who's to say, honestly?
You bite me.
I mean, it's already, you know, that to have survived this long and to be as powerful and influential as it is today, it had a lot of it had a lot of good pieces to that puzzle. So there's really no telling what I mean it's like it's like going back in time and moving a chair, and then like you completely destroy the present. You know, it's who's to say what parts being added or subtracted what they would have done. That being said, Paul's letters definitely have been influential in Christianity, with many Christians even favoring Paul's letters over the words of Christ in the Gospels, you know? So would it have survived? I have no idea. If it would have survived, it would have been drastically different, I think. I think it would have been significantly different. That being said, a lot of what I hear Paul doing is what is also a lot of what I've heard preachers and apologists throughout history doing. So it's just interpreting the word of God, the Gospels and whatnot, however they will, and preaching about that. So if Paul didn't do it, I'm sure there would have been other church fathers that would have done it and perhaps gained enough notice and whatnot to be put or added to the Bible later on, or still have a great influence on Christianity. Would it have been the exact same as the direction that Paul took it? Probably not. Would it have been early enough to make it into the Bible? Who knows? But there still would have been more people coming in and preaching and, you know, taking their own spin on things and whatnot. So who's to say? But Paul's letters definitely had their impact. I don't think that part can be ignored. So I definitely think it would change it quite a bit if we didn't have Paul's letters. Do you follow your leader? Depends on the context. I don't really have an overall leader. Wait, I am writing for the God question. My observations. Okay. How did you lighten your hair? It looks really good. Do you dye it? So my person who cuts and dyes my hair just bleaches it. But they do it carefully and professionally. Don't try to bleach your hair at home. There's plenty of videos online of how that goes incredibly wrong. But having someone who actually does hair for a living and has been doing it for a while, she has a special way of bleaching it. So it really just burns the color out of the hair. And then from it being blonde, and it can be blonder than this, and it has been in the past, you can then add color to it. Because it's hard to add color directly to dark brown hair. You have to lighten it up and make it blonde and then add color. Which I like having color in my hair, but I'm terrible at maintaining it, and my person cuts and dyes my hair for free, and I'm not going to make them waste more color supplies and stuff on me just for me to wash out the color in a couple weeks. That just seems incredibly disrespectful. But this, just bleaching it and just burning the color out, I can't wash the blonde out of my hair because the blonde is just the absence of the brown. It's just the color that has been burned out. So that's how it's done. You're probably right. Somebody was going to move the goalpost. Paulianity. Yeah. I mean, there's literally a phrase called Pauline Christian. And I think a lot of Christians are Pauline Christians. Christians who prefer the words of Paul over the words of Jesus. Ms. Taylor should make cutting your hair part of her wifely duties. We've thought about it. Especially, I don't think we would try and dye it ourselves.
No.
But I don't get it dyed every single time I go get a haircut. So we've thought about it, just having her cut my hair, or figuring out how to do it myself, because it's a pretty straightforward process. And sometimes it's hard to get in with my person, which again, this person cuts and dyes my hair and my wife's hair, and has done all kinds of crazy stuff with our hair, completely free of charge. So I'm not going to complain if she takes time to get me in the books. She's literally losing money on me. But yeah, you got bookends. I put rocks. Because you guys talked about rocks. You just put rocks there or something. Because I didn't have bookends. No. I don't even know why I'm going to try to grab this. I don't even know why I'm trying to grab this one-handed. It's not going to work. But there's a cat on me. Hold on. Work smarter, not harder. Here. If I can't bring the rocks to you, I'm going to bring you to the rocks. Ugh. Rocks. I got a whole rock collection. And that's not even all of my rock collection. A beat up shoebox that I've had them in since kindergarten. Because because somebody brought up like just use rocks or something. I'm just like, I have rocks, so like rocks. Love a guy with a box of rocks. Rock collections. Okay, we don't like to use that R word, mixed. But yeah, rocks are pretty good. Why are you so handsome? I don't think I am. Rocks, it looks so much better. Have you heard me bring up Doug and the Stony Foundation? Blah blah. Yes, you have. And I know that's from Justin, isn't it? Rocks, need more rocks. I have. I do need more rocks. I mean, I have more like in a box downstairs. But yeah, I when I got to a certain age, I kind of like just like stopped collecting them. I have another geode somewhere. I don't know if it's upstairs or downstairs. I think it's downstairs. That I need to like bust open. Because I have like I have like this geode that I busted open at like a Renaissance fair. And I have all like the main pieces to it. Like I have like 3 other pieces to it that close it up. Let me see if I can find this. And I have another geode downstairs that I still need to crack open. Find time to do it eventually. This is my first rock. It's very special. It's like shiny and stuff. Look at that. It's pretty cool. This is the neurodivergent section of the live stream where I show you guys my rock collection.
Love it.
You know, as opposed to the other neurodivergent sections of my live streams. Where are my geodes? Snickers are not helping. Ugh. Doesn't help that I literally have a cat on my lap.
But she's so cute.
She's so cute.
And she knows it.
What's my name for this? Where in the plot is my other geode piece? That ain't it. Huh? Huh? There it is. I found it. Yeah, but people use it as a slur mixed. You always remember your first. You do! When mankind is done, we have to pull all the geodes back together and put them back, you know. I know. Rock is waiting. I'm gonna put this back together. If I can remember how exactly it goes. Oh my gosh, that is actually correct. Fortunately, it like locks back in with itself pretty easily. There you go. There. Geode. I lost some little tiny pieces along the way, but you can tell that's where the axe came down to smash it. But I was just a child trying to smash it with like no strength, so like it wasn't as clean as it could have been. What can you do? But yeah, being told not to say it makes me want to say it more. Yes, but you know we're gonna be respectful in our live streams. I just like putting it together like this because it's just like it's just a ball.
Yeah.
It's so spherical. And it's weird. And these pieces just lock together really nicely. I like it. Oh! Okay, well, that was her choice. Now she gets off my lap. And bam. Geode. Get my life here. Yeah, I got rocks with fossils and shit. Yeah, that's cool. I got another piece of a geode. I don't even know where I found this, but like I have it now. All right, Keanu, whatever your name is, chill out. Last movie you saw in the theater? Probably Wicked 2, I think. I recently saw Phantom of the Opera live, the musical live. That was amazing. Saw that this weekend. There are well-documented reincarnation cases. I have seen at least 7 to 8 cases and a couple of paranormal cases where even police has seen things. So yeah, there are things we don't understand. Things we don't understand, but does that mean that that's actually what happened? We can't delete our own comments. You can't delete your own comments? That's interesting. Oh boy. This poor shoebox. I'll have to give it a rest one of these days and replace it. Yeah, I just got like a variety of different rocks that I found over the years. And it's cool. And I like them. Pretty nifty. Some of them I stole from rock gardens at various places, and some I found like on like hiking trails and stuff. Smooth river rock. I like it. Quite happy with it. I need to go on more hikes and find more rocks. That's what I need to do. I can't explain it, so I did. Yeah. I have very recently seen proof of rocks, which proves our Lord and Savior Doug is with us. Yes, praise Doug, praise Doug. Praise Doug, may the courts be with you. People remember things from birth, and people led to some discoveries that were previously unknown. Are you sure? Now I have dust all over my hands. It's fine. Doesn't matter. I'm skeptical. It's a good way to be. It's a good way to be. I'm almost at 1,800 subscribers. It's pretty cool. I'm 5 subscribers away from 1,800. And then 200 away from 2,000. Nearing 2,000. That's kind of cool. I'm also nearing, I'm at 986 public watch hours over the last 365 days. So that's pretty cool. Almost at 1,000 public watch hours. Which, like, it's pretty small numbers, you know, I'm sure. I know with, you know, all of the actual YouTube content creators who like making it. But for someone who's, like, pretty small on the list, it's like, was not even on the list. You know, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I'm going to end the live stream soon, just as a heads up. Reincarnation cases are those things that made me believe that there are things that we don't perceive through our senses. Perhaps I'd like to believe so. I could rock with reincarnation. I feel like the claim of reincarnation being proven would have a profound impact on society, and we would know about it. It wouldn't be some anecdote in a comment section. That's where you see a lot of it. Just, you know, people, a lot of evidence for a god. You see it just people posting stuff in a comment section. What can you do? I want to believe that there's something else out there. I would love to believe in reincarnation. I would love to believe in a soul, spirit, afterlife, a god, perhaps. I'm rooting. Neuralink gonna bring something? Maybe. Like I'm rooting. You know, all these people who come into my live chats in my comment sections and try to give arguments and evidence for the existence of a god, the existence of souls, afterlives, you know, whatever else. And I'm regularly, you know, speaking out against these things or arguing against these things. I don't think y'all fully understand. I'm rooting for the people who I'm speaking against. I'm on their side. I want there to be good arguments and evidence for the existence of some higher something, you know, some souls, afterlives, reincarnation. I want there so badly to be something else. And we just don't have any reason to believe that there is. So like I part of what I do, why I do what I do is just get better arguments. You know, just with theists, people come in and like give arguments for, you know, the supernatural that are not good, and I can argue against them. It's just like, yeah, your argument's dumb. Go find a better one, please and thank you. Why isn't the entirety of the universe good enough? I can't see how we could transcend our mortality. I've thought about like piecemealing segments of our brain while maintaining awareness into another vessel, maybe. I have no idea how that would work. Yeah, I've looked at some of these stories too. Ram, and they're not very compelling. Some of them just seem blatantly made up. Some of them seem like a child's overactive imagination. None of them are verifiable. But yeah, believe it or not, I have looked into this stuff. Well, believe it or not, the person who really would like reincarnation to be a thing has looked into reincarnation and the evidence for it. And not really compelled. Not really all too compelled, but you know, what can you do? What can you do? Yeah, if nothing else, I mean, there's a lot of reasons why I do these live streams and whatnot, but I would like people who argue for the existence of something else out there to get better and to find better evidence. I think I might be allergic to cats. I might be. It's entirely possible.
Just maybe.
You were serious? Oh, I'm sorry, Mixed. I barely read that message before I hit it. If you want to proof of God, I would like to proof of God. I would. I would. I would like. I would love there, please, for there to be something else out there. Begging. But if not, oh well. Wouldn't be the only shitty, disappointing thing in life. What can you do? With that, I stopped talking for 2.5 years and didn't walk until 4 and had to get professional help. That's insane. I mean, I'm glad you're, here and you've come far. I'm proud of you. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're got that stuff worked out. With all that being said, I do think it is time for me to end the live stream. Thank you all so much for being here. I say this every live stream because I mean it every live stream. It's always appreciative when anyone doesn't just like scroll past my live streams. I'm a random nobody on the internet. I don't really deserve any kind of don't move the stool. I don't really deserve anyone's time or attention or anything. So the fact that people do stop and not just scroll past me, and the fact that people, stick around for a bit, even if they just lurk in the chat or don't actually chat or whatever, it's appreciative. And especially obviously people who stick around, who chat, who like, subscribe, all that stuff, who come back and continue. I have a few of my reoccurring viewers in the chat right now. You guys don't understand how happy I am when I see you guys pop up in my chat. So thank you so much for being here. And I usually do my live streams every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I usually start somewhere between 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I'll usually go for about an hour. Sometimes I diet and then it grows out, and then all the dyed part gets cut out when I get haircuts, and then we don't always re-dye it. Because I can't just keep bleaching, already bleached hair, so it's got to grow out quite a bit before it gets bleached again, and sometimes it's like there's too much blonde to bleach it again, but then when I get it cuts all that blonde out, but then it's too short to bleach. So sometimes I go in periods where I don't get the blonde, which makes me sad. But yeah, looks better in dark. I like this. But truly, thank you all so much for being here. And I hope to see you all next time. Have a good rest of your day, night, whenever you're watching this. Bye.